So I have a simple life hack that I want to share with you today, because I find one of the most daunting questions that most people go through in life is, what is the meaning to life? This is a question people search far and wide for because they want the answer. So we could be more peaceful, we could be in our source, we can be happy, we can be joyful throughout our day, throughout our incremental steps. Now I see meaning in, I believe, a different way, and a perspective shift. I've been having a much more meaningful life for quite some time. You know, I always say two people could be watching the sunset, right? I love the sunset. Like, if you love sunset, let me know, because I love a good sunset. But two people could be watching the sunset, and one person could be just basking and receiving in all its glory, and just like, oh, the colors, and just golden hour, right? Golden hour is so beautiful. And another person could be on their phone, scrolling on TikTok, stressed out they don't got enough views or followers, missing out on the whole experience. One is having a meaningful experience. The other is not. So is the sun meaningful or not? Or did the human being on the left, the one having the experience, make it meaningful? You see, I don't think life brings us meaning. I think we bring meaning to life. I believe that you are the meaning to life, not the other way around. We've been told, find meaning, go search for the meaning. It's in this job, it's in this thing, right? It's over here, it's over there. When really it's been inside of you all the time. But we have to be more intentional, more present, and have our priorities in check. Because some of our priorities are so far and wide, it's impossible to have a meaningful life right now. We've convinced ourselves that our meaning is in the future, and that is not right now. You know, I used to shoot like documentaries back in the day and travel, and it was great. I had an amazing time and it was meaningful. I made it meaningful. But just as much, I have found meaning in a cup of tea. I've been on stage filming artists. I've traveled to many countries, 80,000 people standing in front of me. Wow. But I've found just as much meaning in a cup of tea. Now, y'all know I love my cup of tea. Why do I love my cup of tea? Well, beyond the fact that the color is always just like magnificent, the taste is, hold up. Oh, yeah. The taste is immaculate. Beyond that, I love a cup of tea because it's an opportunity every morning, every evening, whenever I have this cup, to have a meaningful experience, because I make it meaningful. This is a priority for me. I find value in this, you understand? It brings me back to the present moment. It brings me back to source. Now, other people will look at this cup of tea and they'll just be like, it's just a cup of tea. Some people don't even like tea. If I try to offer this cup of tea to somebody, some people are like, nah, they don't see the meaning in it. So how can I find so much meaning in this cup of tea, but yet another individual would slap it out my hand and I would be like, what? So is this meaningful, or am I meaningful? My friend, you bring the meaning to life. I bring the meaning to life. We bring the meaning to life. I need to have some more meaning right now. You see, we can have as much meaning as we want every single day, because we bring the meaning to life. You can have a meaningful experience on the joyride today with your Uber driver. Notice how I said joyride, because you can make that ride joyful, right? Far too often we are standoffish with life. We are not intentional with life, present with life. Our priorities are elsewhere. We've told ourselves that meaning isn't here. I think we've been lied to. I think we've been tricked into thinking that the meaning was outside of us. Now you may say, well, my relationship brings me so much meaning. Okay. Or are you bringing meaning to the relationship? Is he or she bringing meaning to the relationship? Because there's a lot of relationships in life that are toxic. There's a lot of relationships in life that have no meaning. So are relationships meaningful? Or are the human beings who bring their meaning to the relationship meaningful? You see, when I said this is a life hack, this is a perspective shift. Because now we don't have to look outside of us for meaning. No, we focus on having meaningful experiences right now, every single day. We stop lying to ourselves and saying, I will have meaning when I meet the person of my dreams. I will have meaning when I have my dream job. Not realizing that the job you have right now is teaching you something. There's meaning within that position if you bring your meaning to it and make it meaningful and pull that value out of life. Because life is always trying to show us something. Life is always trying to teach us something, right? It's trying to reflect back at us what is within us, which is the meaning, which is the value, which is your light. You see, this perspective shift has allowed me to just be in my calm, be in my cool, and have amazing moments every single day. You know, I have meaningful moments when I'm at the grocery store having a conversation with a stranger. I have meaningful moments when I'm creating content, you understand? For me, creating content is so meaningful. For others, for you, maybe if you made a video, you wouldn't enjoy it. It would be stressful. It would be annoying. The task would be daunting. So is making videos, is making content not meaningful? Or am I bringing my meaning to the moment? Bringing my meaning to the activity? You understand? My friend, right now, wherever you are, your presence has purpose. Right now, wherever you are, you can activate the meaning within inside of you by shifting your priorities, by having more gratitude, you understand? By start to give meaning to the day-to-day tasks. And don't put all the meaning in the extravagant trips. Yes, those are meaningful as well. And the accolades, yes, those are meaningful as well. If you make it meaningful, if it comes from the heart, if it comes from the source. But there's a lot of celebrities, there's a lot of rich people, there's a lot of people who have everything that we think, but they don't have meaningful lives. They can't even cope with their day-to-day. They are not happy. They are not joyful. You know, some of the happiest people I've met is through my travels, and people who don't have a lot, people who work in the markets, who are close to living on the streets, if not living in the streets. But you look at them and they have a spirit like gold, you understand? Their heart is so giving. They're compassionate. They make life meaningful even though they don't have all the privileges we have. Again, because they were probably forced to find the meaning within. And today I came to tell you, because I know some of us have been searching for meaning, thinking everybody else around us has a meaningful life, because we go on Instagram and we see people having meaningful lives, thinking it's in the future, thinking meaning is in the future. Like, what a trick, what a lie, when the meaning has been within you all this time. You just have to be open and willing to activate it, to receive it, to make it happen, whatever it may be, you understand? Because just like that sunset, two people were having the same experience, but only one was having a meaningful experience because they brought meaning to life. Life didn't bring meaning to them. They brought meaning to life. My friends, we are the meaning to life. We illuminate our light onto life. It's been in you all this time. I told you, perspective shift. Right now, this moment, me and you, is so meaningful. Every single individual who has stayed up to this point in this video, we are bringing our meaning to this moment. I am bringing my meaning here because I love being here. You are present, being intentional with me, listening carefully with your heart, with an open mind. You are bringing you just made this a meaningful experience. Some other people already skipped the video and they went on to something else. They went to Twitter and went to see what's trending so they can look at the news and look at the negativity, right? Is this not a meaningful experience? I would say it is. And you would say it is because you are here with me right now because we brought our meaning to life. And you don't know in hindsight, everything gonna be all right. That's our vibe thing. Powered by Cheers to more meaning. tea slurps are meaningful as well. Anja.